So, make sure that you have a notebook, a pencil, doing a little bit of writing, a little bit of chatting, and then some ATMing. Yesterday, I used that word quite kind of uncaringly, bodily experience, bodily experience this and bodily experience that. What do you understand by bodily experience? Because based on your understanding, that's what you're going to end up writing about. So when I say bodily experience, do I mean thoughts that pop into your mind? No. When I say bodily experience, do I mean the emotions that pop in? No. Or the feelings? Borderline. Because you can have a thought and it can have an experience throughout your body associated with it. Sometimes we think a particular thought and it just sends us into a reverie. It's like, whoa, wow. And then we have another thought and it sends us into sort of consternation. And these are all bodily experiences, but it's associated with a thought. Same thing with an emotion. Hard to have an emotion and not feel something happening in your body. So when I say bodily experience, that's what I mean. The kind of stuff that you feel happening in your flesh, in your heartbeat, in your perspiration, in your muscles. That's what I mean. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you know that basis. So we're going to be revisiting a little bit this, a little bit of what we did yesterday. Yesterday we listened to some music and I started to speak about this notion of the end of Feldenkrais's ideal is that you end up acting, living your life in a way that is completely aesthetically satisfying for you. Yeah, that it's got lots of, that's just like how I like it. This is how I love it. This is how I want it to be. It shouldn't be anywhere else. That's the end point that he's trying to get you to. It really is. Sometimes when you have the opportunity to listen to the chap, that's when he gets the most passionate, when he talks about that aspect of his work. And he gets the most cranky when he talks about the movement. Because no one's doing the movement that he's got in his mind, so he gets cranky. But he gets really passionate when he talks about that aspect. So we're going to do a little bit more of that. Please lie on your back, close your eyes, and know ahead of time that when this experience is kind of over, I will ask you to put down into words some of the things that you experienced in your body, that you felt in your body, whether it's associated with a thought, whether it's associated with an emotion, whether it's associated with a movement, doesn't matter, but something in words that you experienced in yourself. So just let yourself settle on the floor and get into that receptive mode. Thank you, Melody. That's great. Thank you. So just stay there with yourself for a little moment. Let that kind of just echo, resonate. Recollect some of those experiences that arose as you listened to melody playing. And when the muse takes you, please jot down some of those experiences, bodily experiences that you have recollected. Take your time, don't be in a hurry. And you know, this process that you're doing now can be just like an ATM. Don't force it. Don't force it. Don't try to make words come out. For some of you, words might not be the way to go. For some of you, drawing an image of what you experienced, a couple of doodles or sketches or something on a page. For some of you, that will be the way to go. Just a few more moments. Okay, so whoever is close by, near to you, could you share with them a little bit of what you wrote, and they can share with you a little bit about what they wrote or didn't write or drew or didn't draw. Oh, good. You did it. Okay, so just draw that conversation to a gentle close. And this is your opportunity to talk about how you feel. Yeah. How is it that, how do you feel inside yourself when you play a piece of music? And when you listen to a piece of music, what is it that you experience?
So, how I felt just then was nerve. I thought playing to people lying down with their eyes closed would be easy, but it's still quite different when I haven't been playing regularly here, so I'm a bit self-conscious. Apart from that, I like to play the flute after an ATM. That's why I brought it here to this segment, is that I really can have a very strong internal sense of how my body's connected with each other. So people will do an ATM and go and do their function. Flute is my function. And so, for example, how we connect the tilt the head to the pelvis and the flexion, inflection, and rotation. I try all that when I play the flute, and how it affects the length of my breath and how I adjust my body accordingly. So I'm learning lots and lots of things when I'm playing my flute. But that particular performance, I was more conscious of how I control my nerves, because breath and it's the first thing that shows that when you're nervous, and vibrato goes and all that. And so I was just trying to bring myself down lower and try to feel the music. I like to tell a story when I play the music. And so I just try to stay true to the emotion and music the story that I'm trying to tell. And Zoran wanted me to talk about how I feel when I actually hear music. I feel something stirring inside me. I just feel when I hear slow movement, my bodily feeling is different, responding to different music. Like the fast paced, you just feel quite energetic. And you feel the pulse somewhere. I would just want to move. But if it's a slow movement, slow music, that you might conjure out some sort of emotion, or a sense of feeling, or it stirs something in me very strongly. So.
Would you like to, in the next 2 days, have another little different, same kind of thing, but a slightly different experience? Because Narayan has offered to play. So we'll do that. It won't be a one. Okay. And just as a general question, did you have a different relationship with the sound when it was live rather than... Yeah, I know you have. Yeah. Yeah, different. Yeah, cool. Okay. So here's the invitation. Take that same way of listening to yourself when there's an external source, and listen to yourself when you're the one playing, to borrow Alexander Luria's term, when you're playing your own kinetic melody. Yeah? Fancy that term coming from a neuroscientist. Playing your own kinetic melody. Yeah. So we'll finish off the day with an ATM, and you can take that same kind of process into that. Okay. Start off lying on your back, please.